in my life.
Happy 2015.
3, 2, 1. Live from our kitchen. It is Cash is Queen.
Jerod wants me to change my YouTube name because it is pretty lame, but I never could think of anything
Cash is Queen.
cool.
Cash
but is it too
Queen.
late, do you think? I only have like 400 subscribers, so I don't know. Anyways, I'm still sick. My mom is here giving Josephine a bath, and we were bored.
Yeah.
It's kind of boring without kids.
And I figured we'd make a YouTube video because it's the new year, and we've been making some goals, and I just read an awesome book that I think everybody should read, and it's called...
And guess who it's by? Ramsey. What a surprise.
Yep, and it's probably the perfect timing for me to read it because we just got out of debt, and this is all about building your journey and your legacy, and it's pretty awesome. So, what's that, Dave? What's that? He's buzzing and saying that we need to wrap this up. So,
Jerod's always good at writing stuff down and making goals for himself in his room. He's got all these little whiteboards where he writes everything down, and in his journal he keeps yearly goals, but in those he keeps like daily and weekly goals. And I'm not so good at writing stuff down, but I'm going to try better this year.
You have to write stuff down.
Of course, everybody knows that we finished baby step 2, so we're on to baby step 3.
Debt free, baby.
That's our big goal for the year.
And you'll see on our fridge back there, I had to... Feels kind of weird not having any debt. Feels like kind of like we don't have anything to go after or strive for or nothing. I mean, I don't want to say it like that. That's kind of why we're making goals and stuff. But of course, it's not over after you pay debt. There's more steps involved. So
we're going just as hard and intense at baby step 3, keeping our budget the same. So I guess we could start with our financial goals.
Actually, I thought of something I wanted to say real quick about what I was listening to Dave Ramsey today, and it's like I'm starting to watch some on and it's actual live feed. You can watch it, and then they have like these videos in between for the commercials, and it was about these guys that did their debt-free screen. But anyway, what I was thinking was, you know, what happens is when you get out of debt, financial freedom. I started thinking about how that really is a true statement. You got to think about that. When you're in debt, your mind is constantly thinking about debt. You're always thinking about that, and you're not able to look up and look around. So being out of debt has kind of starting to allow me to have the financial freedom to explore and look elsewhere. And
because that's money that we get to keep now, and it's ours, and we don't have to give it to other people.
Right, exactly. So you're able to look at what's needed around you. Your vision will expand, and you're not only allowed to give when God calls you to give, but your resources will allow you to be a proactive giver instead of a reactive giver, waiting for God to call you to do something. Now, we have the money to, if we want to go and buy somebody lunch tomorrow, we can do that without God having to call us to do that. We can be proactive. But then again, we can still be there for whenever God does put somebody in our life to give. And somebody said that today on Dave, and I kind of tweaked it a little bit, but it made me think about being a proactive giver instead of a reactive giver.
Since last Monday. If you didn't listen to his show last Monday, he really goes off about goals and stuff, and it's really good.
So this is what inspired me to do this, because I read this book by Dave Ramsey, Legacy Journey, and he talks about the wheel of life and how there's 7 spokes on the wheel of life, and how you need to have goals in each one of these spokes. The 7 are, and we've wrote them down, and
career, family, spiritual, physical, social, financial, and intellectual.
Seems like a lot, but it's definitely...
They don't have to be like, have a whole lot in each category, just...
No, 1 each, and that's how I did it.
And they have to be what? Measurable?
Yep, so there's 5 things that have to be...
This guy writes in his journal every day.
The goals that you write down, for them to be, I guess, attainable, they must be specific, they must be measurable, you have to set a time limit on it, and they must be your goals.
Oh, like you can't do something just because you think I want it, just because you think I want you to do it.
Right. You can't just be like...
You can't lose weight because I want you to lose weight.
Right. You have to do it because you want to do it, or else you have no motivation to do it. And the last but not least, make fun of me for writing in my journal, they must be written. Oh. And so this is all from Dave Ramsey's book. I'm not trying to take it from anybody, but it's definitely something that I want to implement. I think that he puts in his book a good example of that. If you... Okay, so like, you know, like Jessica, for instance, she's social, like she's unsociable. She doesn't like to talk to people, and so that's a goal that's going to be hard for her to set. But if you don't set goals in that area of life, what happens is that if you think of a wheel, it'll get flattened. There's a part of there that's not getting addressed. So if you have a flat tire, you're not going nowhere. It's not capable of. You're not focusing on everything. Like, okay, another example he says, you focus on making money. You can, and this happens all the time. You're a successful businessman. You make you make millions of dollars. You make a lot of money, but you didn't focus on your family aspect, and you're away from home. You're at the office. You're stressing about work. You're thinking about work. Your mind's always occupied with work, and you're successful making money, but your family, you're not spending time with them, you're not there for your wife, you're not there for your kids, you're not at their activities. So that spoke of your life is flat. And so you have to address and set goals in each specific one to keep the wheel spinning, I guess. So anyway,
okay, so
back to the topic.
He just wanted to go off on what he'd been reading because that was a really good book, but now we should probably get to what our goals are before this video gets too long.
Right.
We'll start with financial. Of course, baby step 3 is the most important, and I think we want to save up $20,000 for our emergency fund, which you don't touch unless it's emergency. Besides that, we have other things that we want to save up for, which is we need a bigger car, because I said in my last video I posted that my Honda is annoying getting JoJo in and out, and if we have another kid soon, which we're planning on it, that's just not going to work. And so also we want to save up for our Nashville trip. I sent in my email, our application to go in to see him, but they haven't replied to me to let us know if we can come February 17th.
Can't wait to do that. I'm getting emotional more and more every time I see them do their debt-free screening.
And we want to go ahead and save up some money for doctor bills for our next kid when we have another kid.
Yep.
Just in case. You never know when that will happen.
Also, a financial goal I put on here is I want to start an ESA account for JoJo, an educational savings account. Is that what it is?
You don't do that until maybe step 4 or 5.
Well, hopefully by the mid-year we'll be able to do that. We'll have...
Yes, our goal is to save up all this money by June.
Right, that could be specific.
The only way that can happen
time limit
is, that sounds like, I mean, that's a lot of money to save up by then. The only way that we can do that is if this guy brings in some commission. So having that number is motivation for him to get his butt to work.
So yeah, that means that you have to have a time limit on it. Another financial goal I had was, like I said, the ESA. I'd like to have $5,000 in her ESA, and this is by the end of the year. So yeah, should I say that one? Okay.
I don't know. He has a certain amount that he would like.
I set a goal for myself that I want to make for the end of the year.
His career, which is kind of a lot, and I don't know why we're scared to share our income.
I want to make $100,000 at the end of the year. That's my goal.
He did not make that last year, but his goal is to do that for this year.
Did not make it last year, but it's definitely attainable. I can definitely do it. If I hit my career goal, which is, we'll step up to that one. So my career goal is to bill out $240,000 for my company, and that's basically just a goal I set for my job, for your career. And if I do that, then I'll be able to hit my financial goal for myself. So kind of 2 in 1 for me, but for me to be able to make $100,000, I need to bill out $240,000 in my job.
How much did you bill out last year?
I billed out $202,000 last year, so I just missed it by $38,000, which my goal is the same. My quota is the same this year. That last year was my first full year at the job, so it's definitely.
Say what you do in case people don't know.
I'm a recruiter. I'm a headhunter. I do recruiting, and I love it. I'm able to help people get jobs, and I feel like it's totally a God-given job, and it's awesome. I get to get people jobs and change their lives and help their careers.
Work from home.
And they get to work from home. It's definitely a blessing, but
that's helpful to us also because he takes care of the house and cooks when I need him to.
It's not a walk in the park either, though. It's stressful. Deal with people's.
Yep, I wouldn't want to deal with people.
But I love people. So that's why I love it. Hopefully, so anyway, back to the goals. What was your career goal?
I don't know what to say. We have a lot of big changes in this year. If you guys have been watching me, long enough, you probably know what I'm talking about, but I don't want to talk about it too much. So we'll just stick with, I'd like to just upload 3 videos a week to YouTube.
And she just wrote these out about 30 minutes ago, so work on that one, okay? But no, that's a good one. I'm just kidding. Career. That's the only one I put. And I just put 1 for career. But like financial, I have 4 goals, which was save $30,000, put 15% in mutual funds, start an ESA, and make $100,000.
So basically, baby step 3, 4, and 5.
Yep, I'd like to have those done by the end of the year. Now, intellectual goals. This is a good one. I had set an intellectual goal for myself last year, which was to read a book a month. Before I'd set the goal, I got involved with a group at our church where it's not a book club, it's an Iron Man meeting, what we call it. But anyway, we read a book a month and we discuss it at the end of the month and get together, and it's really cool to do. But that sparked me reading and got me involved, and it was all about accountability. And now I don't need that. I just read because I want to read and I like reading. So read at least 1 book a month. It's January 10th and I've already read 1, so I'll be reading another one hopefully by the end of the month. What's yours?
What else can you even have for intellectual besides read? I do want to read more because...
Learn an instrument, learn a new language, learn, I don't know, get creative.
Well, I don't have time for all that, so...
Yeah.
For now, I would just like to be more like Jerod and just read more and like just take the time to relax more and read. So I'd like to at least read 1 book every 2 months. Right now I'm working on Boundaries, which of course is the Dave Ramsey suggested book.
Okay.
But I need that book because I don't know how to tell people no. So hopefully it's helpful.
I'm trying to find a new book to read, but I'll find one.
You're trying to find one? I'm going to include a picture of all the books that he has.
Yeah. I'm trying to find a book that's specific to what I want to read right now in the time of my life. That'll help me. Alright, so social goals. I like this one because it's easy for me. My social goals is last year I started getting mentored by an older gentleman, and it's been very awesome. He's very spiritual, very great businessman. He knows a lot, and not just that, he's a friend of mine. So he's helped me grow, and it's been a good mentor for me. And I would like to get, I'd like to find 2 more mentors, have 2 mentors by the end of the year.
Like who?
I mean, I don't know.
You could at least just spend more time with like someone from church.
Well,
going to
I did that.
Once a week or something.
I put that on here. I've got mentor more with my current mentor, Bob. I put also on there that I would like to find someone to mentor. And that doesn't mean like, that just means like, I don't know how to say it. Like, I always thought like, I'm not ready to, I can't mentor somebody, like, you know what I mean? But you can.
People that say they look up to you.
But I'm saying like, it can be something simple. It doesn't even have to be something like a mentor, like Dave Ramsey's a mentor to me. I mean,
could you say I mentor people when they ask me for advice?
Yeah, I would say we're mentoring people right now. With sharing our goals and sharing our story, and that's why we do it, because we've been mentored and we've had these success stories that have sparked interest in us, and that's why I want to do this. But okay, and then also, so finding a mentor. I don't know how you find a mentor. I mean, I don't know how I found the one I have now. I moved and bought this house, and he was right across the street from me, and it was just a God thing, I think. And now we go to lunch together, and it's the weirdest, coolest thing ever. And also I want to go to lunch and dinner with more church friends.
Ooh.
So Jessica, what's your social one? You're the one that needs to put the social goals up.
I just put be a better friend because
boring.
I don't ever talk, like we have a lot of friends, and like Jerod was really tired yesterday, and one of his friends called and they talk like once a week, his best friend. I'm like, how do you always feel like talking on the phone? I hate talking on the phone, so I just need to get better at calling my closer friends or texting them. Yeah,
2 or 3 minute conversation. I mean,
send more Snapchats to Reagan.
Gotta build relationships. Alright, physical, yeah. So, I've started my journaling back in 2010, and I think one of the first goals I had was work out, and I've had that on my list to do for like 4 years, and I don't really do it. I'm just, I have high metabolism,
he doesn't look like he needs to work out, but
yeah,
he went and got all his blood work done, and he wasn't that good.
Yeah, so anyway, I know. Yeah.
So he probably had about 10 of these today. He eats a lot of sugar. Anyways, we watched Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead the other day, and so that really motivated him to want to be healthier.
Yeah, I went to GNC, got some protein stuff because I don't eat breakfast. So I'm going to start eating breakfast every morning. I'm going to start eating healthier, start focusing on my health, focusing on exercising. Because I work from home and I'll stay in an office and a desk job all day and I don't do anything.
He has the perfect opportunity to go ride his bike or
but it's been
go for a run.
Yeah, and I do. And I sit in my house shoes all day. But when it's cold out, that's all I do. So, but when it's warmer, yeah, I do have a bike. I like getting out and exercising. It feels good. So I want to implement that more. That's not very specific or measurable, or there's no time limit, but they're my goals and they're written, so.
Mine is to do yoga at least 4 days a week.
That's a good one.
Which I did today in my office. I did 20 minutes found some YouTube videos and did that, and it was really cool. I turned the light off and shut the windows, and it was dark and it was nice. And I put a sign that said "Do not disturb." I want to cut even more processed foods out and eat more fruits and veggies, make more smoothies, and do more meal prepping like on Sundays, so that it just helps me out during the week, and it helps you to be healthier and eat healthier if you spend more time meal prepping. Cut up your veggies, you know, have them to snack on throughout the week. I think he needs to stop watching so much TV.
The national championship
college
football game is on right now, and she's getting mad because I'm watching it.
Yes, I'm mad.
I'm not mad, but she's saying I watch too much TV. Come on. Alright, so physical, done. That's
done. That's probably the easiest one for people, is to make physical resolutions, and then you don't stick to them.
And spiritual is the next one for us here. This one was easy for me because I just bought a new Bible, or I didn't buy one, I got one for Christmas, and I'm excited to read it, and I have started it, so I'll put on here for spiritual is to read Bible. I want to read at least half of it. There's specific books in the Bible that I want to read, and I want to make sure I read them.
We're really good. We go to church every single Sunday, and we do lots of activities with our church, but it's just important to do more stuff at home, and we don't take the time to do that enough. Right. So I mean, we both read our Bible more, but also I think that we should have more, which we've been saying this forever, but we need to do this, like just a date and time where we, I don't know what you call it, devotional time together to talk about stuff. It'll be easier when JoJo gets older, I think.
Yeah, I definitely want to do that too. And pray. You put on there to pray every day. And
you do.
I know, but I need to. It's a goal that needs to be just make sure it's done. And spiritual goals. What's some more examples?
I can't wait to have more older kids and do like what the Shaytards used to do or still do. I don't know I don't know if you've seen them at dinner time when they would have family night, and like she would do activities with them that were related to learning about God. It was cool. Okay, last one, family. Do activity.
Don't read mine, I read my own. Do activity as a family every Sunday.
Oh, watch the Cowboy game?
That's a good activity, I like that one. Yeah, dress up and put our jerseys on and root them on. It's not funny because they're not playing no more. Really?
Okay, I just put I need to be more loving to Jerod. And, you know, because I'm always so busy and I don't take enough time to just show him, sit down.
I told you that last night, that's why.
Oh, we always talk about that.
No, I'm glad you put that on there.
And do more activities with JoJo, like all the cool ones that you see on Pinterest that look so fun. And I need to prepare and do more things like that, like on the weekends or when she's home with me during the week. Or like today, she was home with my grandma all day. And I think they just watch TV all day.
Oh, and by the way, we are utilizing our new tripod we got for Christmas.
We didn't say this really important one.
Oh,
that
sorry.
I just included under family because I didn't know where else to include it. But we also need to get a will done and get our term life insurance. I know it's bad that we don't already have that.
Yeah. Yeah, because nobody likes to think about dying, but it's definitely important. Because here's the thing, if you don't do it, you get your stuff, the government decides what they do with it. And You don't want that. Even if you don't have a lot of stuff, you still need a will, because we don't have a lot of stuff, but we have enough stuff to...
We really need life insurance.
Anyway, that is our goals for 2015.
So let us know what you think, and what are your goals? Did you get any good ideas, or did you get bored? And are we crazy? And if you're wondering how it feels to be debt free, I know he talked about it a little bit, but we don't really feel it yet. Maybe at the end of January, when our budget's done and we get to put that money into our savings, we'll know better, and maybe we'll do a video. It just feels weird. I don't know how to describe it. It feels freeing, I guess.
Yeah, I feel it. I feel like, I don't know, I'm glad that we have something else to do now, like save money, because I feel like you get kind of routine and just having something to strive for and go after, like our debt, you know, we just pound it, get it. Now it's like, now we get to save money.
We'll talk maybe more about it at the end of January, and so let me know what you think, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.